Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, depending on where you're joining us from. My name is Jeff Long. I'm the sales director for GCU. The whole sales team is here right now. We've got Nicole Gailey, who is our sales coordinator, and our sales manager. We're not sure on titles sometimes, but
Sales guy.
Sales guy, right. So we're all here, and we're going to be talking about the Aquila series. Calculating the lifetime withdrawal income rider. But before we do that, let's talk briefly about fraternal.
Hi there. So before we get started, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about GCU's fraternal benefits. For churches and communities in 2023, GCU members volunteered nearly 50,000 hours of service. They also donated over $1.26 million to help those in need in their communities and in their churches. For kids and teens, our focus for our young people is education, community service, and personal development. We have many opportunities here at GCU. We have local volunteering for them. We have an annual art and photo contest. We have a national athletic and academic scholarships. We also have a student debt relief. For families, we offer discounted trips and outings. We have a lot of regional picnics, socials. Byzantine Catholic Family Days is coming up next Thursday at Kennywood. We have discounted tickets to sporting events and cultural events. I know in April we did Footloose and it was a lot of fun. We have discounted amusement parks. One of the ones that's on there now is Hershey. And we also, for anyone that's local, we also have Seven Oaks Country Club that you can go down there and use the club. How do we communicate with our members? We have many ways to communicate with our members, one being the website, gcuusa.com. We also have the GCU magazine, which is published bi-monthly. We have the GCU Facebook page. We also have educational videos on YouTube. We also post our webinars on the landing page of the FIA page. We also have the call center that you can call and ask any question you have or call the sales team. Lastly, we have a matching fund program for our agents. GCU Matching Fund Program is intended to help raise additional money for local charities, individuals, and community nonprofit organizations. If you're involved with a fundraiser, event, or organization, this is a great way to leverage your efforts. We match up to $1,000 a year for the agent, and if the agent is also a member, it's $2,000 a year. We just sent out a check this morning for an agent who is helping in their community build a new playground. So it's a really, really great part of GCU to get involved with, and we love giving out that money. So I will turn you over to Jeff now, and he will get started.
Thank you, Nicole. Just want to kind of reiterate that $1,000 match event or money for charitable events in your community. It's what fraternalism is all about. So if you're not taking advantage of the fraternal side of what GCU has to offer, give us a call and we can guide you and help you through the process. But we want to give that money away to people who need it. So definitely, reach out to us and we will guide you through the process. And eventually you'll become very familiar with the fraternal side of everything and it'll be almost automatic. Let's talk briefly about our 1892 Club. It's in our incentive program. We have different tiers for production. Dynasty tier is 15 basis points for anyone who writes over 15 million in premium. And I'm not going to read the whole screen, but you can see the differences. How we pay out the promotional allowance is 50% is given to you as a bonus check. That's your money. You can do anything you want with it. Go on a trip, go to the casino. It's yours. But then 50% of that money that you earn through the different tiers is held in reserve, and we will reimburse you for marketing expenses. So some of the reasons you can use it for purchasing client lists, printing, mailing. If you're doing seminars, you can use it for that. Advertising, anything like that. The only caveat is it's up to $5,000 in GCU bucks per event. Also very popular, don't forget about our 10K giveaway. You can see the levels of annuity premium or life premium, you need to get a $10,000 bonus. And once again, that's real money. That's yours. You do whatever you want with it. Nicole, how many $10,000 checks have we sent out so far this year?
We sent out 6 checks so far.
So that means at least 6 agents like yourself have already submitted and issued over $3 million of premium. Once you get to the $3 million level, we will cut that check and send it to you in the following week. But we won't send it if you're at a lesser amount until the end of the year after we count all the beans. So next, I'm going to hand you over to David. And David is the reason we're doing this. David, why are we doing this?
Honestly, we came up with this idea only because we've been getting an increased influx of calls on this exact topic. And if it was 1 or 2, that'd be one thing, but I've gotten 2-3 dozen calls like this. And so I figured we might just cut to the chase and just give you guys the tools so that you can find the answer on your own, and you don't have to wait in line and wonder what the question is. So without further ado, there's 3 ways to get what the income would be at any one time. Your client comes to you, you do a policy review, you're bringing them into the office, you're going out to their house to find out where they want to have their allocation come up for this next year. And then during that time, they ask you the $1 million question, hey, if I turn my income on for the Aquila right now, how much would I get? And that's why we're doing this. So there's 3 ways to do it. The easy way, and especially if you're doing an annual review when you've got that statement, after the renewal has happened, so you've got the statement in your hot little hands, the easy answer is to just look at the annual statement. And the R&B. Nope, it went away. It was there. Please stand by. We're having a difficulty there on the screen. One more time.
Sure.
Yeah, you share.
Sorry about this, kids. We'll just the screen went goofy all of a sudden.
There's a nut loose in front of the keyboard, I think.
I wasn't going to say that.
It's trying.
It's thinking.
It's
Yeah. If we have to do it without the PowerPoint, we can. Not a problem.
No, we're gonna be able to share.
I'm good. Can you get down to that screen?
Yeah.
Is that live?
Yeah, 'cause I think
Can you see it now?
You back?
he's back.
You got it?
I'm back.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience on that one, folks. Okay. If you look at I'm being told that you might not have the PowerPoint again. You're getting the attractive visage of Mr. Jeff. This times like this make me miss the days of the transparent overlays. While we're waiting, bottom line, when you're actually, are we in?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, so back to my first thing. If you look at the annual statement, you'll see it. What's your income? Would you like to know what the income is at the renewal? There you go. The easiest way in the world. So even if you're a month out, it's 4 weeks later when you're having your call. Totally fine. Just look at that. That's close enough for government work. Obviously, when we actually generate the income, we're going to use that day's factor. But a month out, it's close enough for them to help make a decision whether they want to turn the income on now or not. But let's say it's 6-7 months into the policy when you're having your meeting, and they're going, well, heck, I'd really like to know closer to that, especially if it's in the middle of year 2 or year 3 or year 4. They've had a lot of different allocations at that point. So if it's too far away from the annual statement, then I would suggest you go down to either Option 2 or option 3? Option 2 is even easier than this. Option 2, call us and we will tell you. There's Jeff's email and phone number. There's my email and phone number. There's Nicole's email and phone number and the call center. Jeff and Nicole are fantastic on email. I am notoriously not great on email, so call me or the call center, open until 7 o'clock Monday through Thursday. But we'll be happy to calculate it for you and then just give you a call back. They probably won't do it live, but if you give them 10 minutes or so, we can give a call right back to you. And the ultimate way, and the whole reason that we're actually doing this, is so that you can actually do it yourself. So if you wanted to know how to do it yourself, we're actually going to show you actually how it goes about, but I'm actually going to give you a shortcut way to do it so that you actually don't have to do all of the math. So the first part is the actual way. You're going to need to know the account value, the option that was selected, the interest earned, the client's age, the income factor for what's age-based, and whether it's single or joint income.
David, can I ask you a question? Where are you going to find that information?
You're going to find all that stuff off of your statement in the application. It's going to be right there.
Where do I find that?
Hopefully you still have a copy of the application you sent in to us.
Or you can go in your portal.
Well, you can always go in the portal.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got all that stuff. Here's the test scenario. And we've got John, age 70 at issue. So regardless of how many years you're in, that's his age at issue. He deposited initially 250 grand. Contract date is 1/2/23. He chose option 3, the elite. That's the 95 basis point one that has the doubling of interest credits and the premium bonus. He decided to put in 50% in fixed and 50% in the Zoria 1-year point-to-point. And at his renewal, he reallocated to 50% fixed and 50% in US Tech, 1-year point-to-point. John is asking you, wants to know how much income he'd receive if he turned on his guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit rider on July 1st of this year. And no, these are not actual returns. We just put in dummy numbers just for math. So initial premium, 250 grand. We already said that. Bonus, because he was under 76, so his bonus was 10%, so he got 25 grand, total 275. He got his fixed interest year 1 of 5,500. The enhanced interest, the doubling of the interest credits, another $5,500. Since it's in the middle of the policy year, there's no return on that Zoria 1-year point-to-point. So his accumulation value is 280,500, and the benefit base, and that's the big number to always keep in mind when you're figuring this, is the benefit base. Benefit base is 286 exactly. Keep going. So accumulation 280,500, fixed interest 3506. The current accumulation value, obviously add the two together, 28406. Benefit base is 286,000. We already established that in the previous slide. Fixed interest for 6 months at that rate, 3506. Doubling the interest credits again, because that happens every year for the 10 years, 3506. So the current benefit base, midpoint of the second year, 293,012. Now, I'll have copies of your contract and you have all of your illustrations. In every illustration ever, there's going to be this table factor, and the tables are in there for single and joint. And in the contract itself, there's an actual single life table, and it just says at the bottom that it's a 50-point reduction for joint. So you're always looking to see and using the factor for their current age. So he started off at age 70. This is in the middle of year 2, so now he's age 71. So at age 71, the income factor is 5.10%.
What are the rules for turning on the income rider?
Year.
So the contract 1 year?
Contract year, and the youngest, if it's an individual or joint, has to be minimum age 50.
Okay. It's good to know. Thanks, David.
And then the last part, that 293,012, you multiply it by that factor times 5.10% is 14,943. If they want to know what the monthly is, just divide it by 12. Now, will it be to the dollar of exactly what they're going to get when we turn it on? No, because we're probably not going to be turning it on that day when you're answering that question. So it's going to be a different number, but it's going to be extremely close. So all your clients are looking for is an idea of how close they are to being able to turn that on if that's their desire. And you'll be extremely close. And I'll actually go back one page from here. let's just say that you don't want to do all of that math. The easy thing is just simply find out what the benefit base is, and you can call us for that. One of these days, you'll actually have that in your portal, I'm positive. Currently, you don't, but we do. We don't have to do the math. So if you call up and go, listen, just tell me the benefit base, you don't even have to call me back for it. Because now if you know what their current today's benefit base is, you can do this. Oh, okay, so they're 71 now, and the benefit base is X. Take X by the factor, and you've got their number.
Complicated stuff.
It's one calculation.
Right.
And again, you have it in every single illustration and in every single contract. That chart is right there. Usually around, I want to say, what, page 7, page 8 in the illustration?
Right there, yeah.
Yep. So it's a piece of cake. But I know we've gotten dozens of calls on this, and it's simpler than you think. One of these days you'll actually have it at your fingertips, and you won't have to actually even calculate it. But that day is not today.
Okay.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Open to questions. If you want to unmute yourself and ask questions, or if you want to send us a chat, I will stop sharing right now. Do we have any questions out there?
Yeah, this is Don McNally. I know you showed the single life. On the joint life, you go with the oldest?
Youngest,
yeah.
always youngest. As long as they're and youngest has to be minimum age 50. If youngest is 46, you can't do it.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
Good question.
That's a great question. And again, that's if you look in the contract, the language in the contract doesn't show the joint. It just simply says that the factor is 50 bips less. There's a one sentence underneath the single one, but on the illustrations, and every single one of the illustrations, both charts are in there. The individual, and just to the right of it, the joint.
And Dennis just sent us a question via chat.
Sure.
Yes, this has been recorded, and we will have it posted probably by tomorrow.
And now it takes a few days because
Oh.
Tom will edit it. So it
Okay.
takes just a few days, by Monday.
By
typically.
Monday, Dennis, it'll be up and running on the FIA landing page. Any other questions? We sure get a lot on the phone, so
That's true.
I think maybe the people that are joining us today probably aren't the ones who are calling us. Just remember, if it's option 1, the accumulation value does equal the benefit base because there's no enhanced interest. Only options 2, which is the pro, and options 3, which is the elite, is their enhanced interest. So you're going to have to be aware of what option you picked when you wrote the contract up. If it's options 1 or 4, it's simple interest. It's 1 times the interest. Options 2 and 3, it is double it. So you make sure you're aware of that.
And if it's option 3, make sure that you know how old they were when you took it out, because it's not a 10% premium bonus. It's age-based. So if they were 78 when they bought it, they didn't get 10%, they got 7.5%.
Right. So in kind of a nutshell, 3 ways to figure out the income. Either look at if it's right around anniversary time, look at the statement, it'll have it. One thing to be aware of, the statement shows the monthly income, and all the calculations we're talking about annual income. So you'll have to do some math if you're looking at either one. So, either look at the statement, let us do it for you, or figure it out yourself. And if you got questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Any other questions? Let's share one more time. Do not forget about our summer sizzle contest that's going on. Starting June 1st and ending on September 1st, we're offering a bonus commission rate of 1% on the Aquila 10 and 0.5% on the Aquila 5. It's only for contracts issued between June 1st and September 1st. We've gotten a lot of calls from the field who said, well, I just had another $300,000 go into a contract that wasn't a year old yet. That will not count. It's just the way we have the system programmed. So contracts themselves have to be issued June 1st to September 1st. We've had a great response to this. So if you haven't been writing the Aquila lately, now is the time. I think my dad always said you make hay while the sun shines. And I think the sun is shining right now. So make some hay.
Middle of summer.
And in addition to that, with $2 million of issued Aquila premium between June 1st and September 1st, we are giving you a 3-day, 2-night drive-away vacation, plus a $200 gas card just for gas and stuff like that. So how many have we sent out so far?
Just one so far.
Just one, but we're on the verge of sending out at least 3 more trips. So like I said, the summer sizzle's been very popular. It's gotten a lot of leverage and traction. So now is the time. I know summers traditionally, when I was an agent, I kind of goofed off, but with something like this, with that extra full percent on the Aquila 10, it's a great, great time to be talking about the Aquila with your clients.
Take your family vacation in September.
Yes, take a vacation in September. It's cheaper.
You have a few more questions too, Jeff.
Okay.
Awesome. What we got?
So we have Aquila 5-year has good participation rates? Question mark. Also, when will we be in Delaware?
The Delaware first, soon. It's coming along with Nebraska. We actually just had a meeting about that this morning, so it's getting there. I know we've been saying that for a while, but
We mean it this time.
yeah, honest to God, swear. But yeah, it's coming. We've got someone dedicated to it. We're going to get there quickly. And the other one?
Aquila 5 participation rates.
Well, they're lower. Sure. I mean, you can always go on to the landing page, the FIA.GCUUSA.com page, and the current participation rates for the Aquila 10 and the Aquila 5 are always listed there. The current rates are always the most updated ones that are on that page. Honestly, I would be bookmarking that page and use that as my jumping off point no matter what.
Right.
Because you've got everything. You've got advertisements, you've got podcasts, PowerPoints. You have all of your forms, your servicing forms, and your applications, marketing materials, and current rates. So again, it's our normal GCUUSA.com website with FIA dot in front of it. So FIA.GCUUSA.com. And on there, you'll see an Aquila 10 or the Aquila X, the Aquila 10 rate page, and you're going to see the Aquila 5 or the Aquila V rate page right there. And right now, the par rates on the Zoria on the 5 right now are 115, and the US Tech is 60. So is it as high as it is on the 10? No, because it's a 5-year.
And also on that FIA landing page, there are direct links to the 2 indexes to Barclays website. So you can kind of track, look at historicals, get more information if you've got a client who wants to know more about the index other than just our basic information. You can get there, you can get on that website and become quite knowledgeable about both the Zoria and the US Tech. So make sure you're using it. It's a great resource. I know David and I, Nicole, are in it probably half of the day because we're always like fishing stuff out of it for agents. So.
And you can get to your portal from that page. There's a big old link right there.
Yep.
So it would be a great way to save it into your favorites and not have to try to remember what the darn the website and the URL is. Just have that as your saved landing page and jump into the portal when you need to. But probably, I would say 70-80% of the time, you're not going to need to go into the portal itself for your applications or your servicing forms.
And some news down the road, the e-app is fairly close to be rolled out to everyone. I see some people that are joining us today that actually have the beta type for the e-app, and they've been testing it for us. And I want to thank you all who have been involved in that. But really close to the e-app coming out for everyone. And that will be accessible in your portal as well. So it's the portal and that landing page are really becoming a one-stop shop for anything you need, not just the Aquila. If you're writing, the fixed side as well, all that stuff's accessible through your portal as well. Any other questions?
Anything else, Nicole?
Yeah.
Nope, no other questions on this?
We do have a very special guest with us today. About a month ago today, actually, We got a new COO, Jeremy Stevenson. He's done some great things in even the little time he's been here. So just keep an eye on us. A lot of things are going to be changing for the better, even though things are pretty good right now. But we have great faith in his ability to lead us to the next level. So you'll be seeing his name on things being sent out to the field more often than not. So any other questions? Going once, going twice. As always, you can send questions you can email them to me and Nicole. If you've got a question that is so urgent, call David on his cell. Most of you have his cell phone number. It's posted on this PowerPoint. Let's see.
412-303-5980.
There's all our contact information again. So if you don't have it, jot it down. But you can go on our website and find us very, very easy. With that being said, I appreciate your time. We really value the relationship and the partnership that we have with all of you. We know that we wouldn't be able to do what we do if you didn't do what you do for a living. So we really appreciate it.
Amen.
And any way we can make your job easier, let us know, because we're willing to do it. That being said, have a great rest of your day and have a great Friday, and then let loose on the weekend. Go have some fun. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, folks.
So
Sure, we'll hit the off button.
let me stop